Hey guys, good morning. We're going to do our 5 minutes with God time, and I just wanted to share something cool that God did last week. So last week I was in just a super funk. For a couple of days, I just was angry and exhausted and just kind of done. And it felt like nothing that I was doing was helping to change my mood at all, and kind of felt like this dark cloud that was over me. And so there was one morning that I had some time to myself. The house was quiet. And so I grabbed my Bible and my journal and just sat down utterly exhausted. And I was just ready for God to do something. And so I sat down, I was quiet and just still. And after a couple of minutes, he just began to bring to life a handful of verses that I needed to hear in that moment. The cool thing about God is that there are a lot of different sides to him. As you read through scripture, you'll see his love and his grace and his joy. And one of the other things that you'll see is just his power and his greatness, and the fact that he is the same yesterday, today, and tomorrow. And in that moment, that's what I needed to hear and to see, was the greatness and the power side of God. And so he started to bring to life these verses. So I wrote them down as if he was saying them. In the scripture, it may be talking about him, but I wrote them down as if he was saying them directly to me. And I just want to share those verses with you. There are 10 of them. That was just awesome and exactly what I needed to hear in that moment of a super funk when I just couldn't break it. But God broke straight through it with words from him and words of encouragement and power. First one is Romans 8:31. If I am for you, who can be against you? Hebrews 13:8. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. Psalm 46:1. I am your refuge and strength, and ever-present help in trouble. Genesis 28:15. I am with you and will watch over you wherever you go. Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Psalm 42. I will set your feet on a rock and give you a firm place to stand. Psalm 61:3. I am your refuge and your strong tower. John 16:33. I have told you these things so that in me you will have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world. Mark 4:39, I rebuked the wind and said to the waves, quiet, be still. Then the storm died down and it was completely calm. In Romans 8:38-39, neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation will be able to separate you from my love. So those were 10 verses that God brought to life for me and that were really powerful in that moment. And so I wrote them down, and every morning since then I have read them out loud, because when you speak words from God out loud, fear loses power, and anxiety loses power, and anger loses power. And so I've said those out loud every morning before I do anything else in the day, because I know that God's power and his greatness will help get us through this. So I don't know where it is that you are right now in this journey, in this pandemic. I don't know if you're fearful or if you're anxious or if you're angry, but God's words have power. And so I encourage you just to dig deep. And for me, it was that being still for just a couple of minutes and allowing God to bring to life some scriptures that specifically helped me. And then I encourage you just to write them down, say them out loud in the morning before you start or before you do anything else. So whether it's 2 verses, 5 verses, 10 verses, whatever it takes to get you there, to get you ready for the day. But I encourage you just to dig in, because God has words that he wants to speak to you every single day. We just have to take the time to listen. And that's what I needed to do, was just take time to be still and listen to what he wanted to say to me. So I'm excited for this week. We have awesome opportunities to continue to connect to each other through this. We love you guys, and continue to let us know if there's anything that we can do. We're praying for you and your families, and just hope that God is going to continue to use this time to help us to grow and come out stronger on the other side. So we'll